Hi Param, welcome on YourPedia and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. And Param, I must congratulate you also because you got selected in very prestigious National University Singapore, right?
Yes, sir.
And that is in Masters of Computing General Track. That
Yes,
simply means that those students who are not from computer science background, if they want to shift over to computer science, this is a unique program for them, right?
yes, sir.
Wonderful. So, Param, I want to interact with you, and needless to say, this interaction is going to be very helpful for so many students who want similar kind of transition in their career. So, I
Yes, sir.
start with you, Param, and very basic information about you. We want to know, like, from which part of India you are, and from where you graduated, which stream you graduated, and those basic things, and then we proceed forward.
I am from Amritsar. I've done my schooling from DAV Public School, Amritsar, and then I got into engineering. I did my bachelor's in electronics and communication engineering from Thapa University, Patiala, and then I have worked for 2 years, 2 years and 3 months to be precise, as a software developer in Comviva Technologies Limited, Gurgaon. So there I developed an interest, and basically that experience helped me to get an admission into. Basically, I thought like I need to uh, improve my knowledge about computer science and need to get a better hold on that. So that's why I decided to go for the master's program.
Okay, so Param, now NUS is a very prestigious university, and this is among globally top couple of universities which people aspire to join. So, but still, I would like to ask you, like for Indian student like you, those who are from very good institutes and all, and entire globe is option. I mean, you could have gone to different countries like US, Europe, and so many other places. Why at the first place you thought of National University Singapore?
Sir, my scenario was little bit kind of different. Like I was basically not specifically aspiring to be going outside India, but I was preparing for exams in India.
Okay.
So like that is where that helped me to like further crack, like get a decent score in GRE and TOEFL as well. So then because every year there are so many exams that are happening in India. So after that, my like parents suggested that why not apply abroad and try that also. So on a very I would say very fast-paced process, like I did everything, and then luckily, like I would say, and I'm very grateful that I got an opportunity to study here. And because when I applied, most of the admissions in the US in public universities were over actually,
Okay.
and Singapore is like the admissions and the processes are the deadlines are a little further, so that kind of helped me to apply in some of the courses, and like that's how I got into, I
Okay.
would say.
So Param, now I want you to tell us about this course which you have joined. Please tell us
Yes.
about
Okay. So this is basically the course is for the people who students basically who want to transition into computer science basically.
that.
So first of all, like they'll teach you about the basics of computing, the subjects that are offered. There are basically 10 modules that are offered. Six of the entire is a coursework basically. So six of the modules are essential modules which you have to complete. That is the pre-requirement. So it's like so that you can get a strong hold of the computer science concepts that are basic to all the specializations as well. So, and the remaining four modules are you can choose from a wide range of specializations, be it security wise, be it blockchain, or be it artificial intelligence. So you can, because all the modules that are being offered by the School of Computing at the NUS. So basically, you can choose four of those, and you can, if you want to go into further studies, that also it will be helpful for you. So this is basically for the students who are basically not especially from computer science background, but want to transition into and see themselves as as better computer science students. So it is for them basically.
Okay, so it is designed in such a way that they will be teaching you those subjects from the very scratch or something, right? From the
Yes,
beginning.
yes, yes. Yeah, it's like the first semester which I have done right now. I have completed my first semester here. So, like the modules that were taught, like basics of artificial intelligence, software fundamentals, data structures and algorithms, enterprise architecture. So these are the basic subjects that are needed for your advanced modules that you can take in that in the modules that are being offered. So this will help you to have a better hold. So that is why, like, and also plus the coursework also includes an internship. Uh, it's like an option. So you can either take an internship which is from May to September period, generally vacation period, or you can take an internal project under a professor. So those also are these basically are credit bearing things. So these kind of so depending upon your interest, if you want to go into industry, if you want to do a job, so you can prefer doing the internship that is not like you have to search for those internships, and the other one is the internal projects that the professors offer. So if you want to go into the research side, so like these are the two bifurcations there as well.
Okay. So Param, now I want to tell us. I want you to tell us about the procedure of admission in NUS. What is required and how, in detail, if you can tell us, because many students want to apply there. So it will help them if you tell in more elaborate way and more detailed way, Param.
Yeah. For any admissions abroad, the basics are remain the same. The period which I applied yeah, the admissions there, GRE was not mandatory for this course, and the TOEFL was also not mandatory. But irrespective of that, I knew that it will had an extra advantage. So
Okay.
that is why I gave GRE and I gave TOEFL. My score of GRE was 315, and my TOEFL score was 99. So roundabout, I would say at par, not like too good, not too bad, but yeah, it kind of added an advantage there. And then actually after I got my TOEFL scores, and during that process in January actually, I started writing my SOP. So that is also very important. Like some of the SOPs that I took from your institute, and some of the SOPs from my seniors who had applied there. So basically, I read those and I knew like what is going to be the basic framework. So on basis of that, I wrote my own story, like why I want to do this, and what I have done like up to now, so that I want to go into this course basically. And not only your subject wise, and even the extracurricular, they are like very important. And also your experience plays a very important role. If I would say, my CGPA was not too great. My CGPA is 7.39 in my bachelor's. So irrespective of that, my job experience actually for 2 years and 3 months, and the recognitions or what the job at my job has helped me to basically, I would say, like get into this institute. And basically these are like the SOP is like very important. And then another important thing is the letter of recommendations. Again, the same process I followed. Like went through the basic LORs that the outlays that you provided, the institute provided, and also my seniors who had written. So I contacted my teachers at my institute, at my previous bachelor's institute, and they kind of also guided me how it's going to be and how you're going to write it. And then I wrote it and sent them, and they agreed on that. And so basically these are the steps, I would say: GRE, TOEFL, then SOP is very important, letter of recommendations, and all the extra activities that you have taken part, all the initiatives that you have done, that play a very important role as well, because they not only look into like your academic background, but the overall profile, I would say.
Okay, now Param, let me ask you: is a CV and cover letter not required? for this?
No, sir, I did not attach any CV or cover letter
Okay.
for this because they did not ask it for it. Only the personal statement like the SOP
Okay.
and the LORs were
And how
needed.
long is this SOP?
Sir, I had written for 2 pages, sir.
Okay.
Like,
Was
yeah.
there any limit on that? No.
No, sir, actually, there was no limit actually, but I kept it for like 2 pages, not too long and not too short as well. So, and I covered basically all my from starting from bachelor's
Mm,
and till the point what I have been doing. So
mm,
I covered that basically and like and presented it in a way that uh like why I want to pursue this course basically.
mm. Okay. And when we say TOEFL or IELTS,
Yes, sir.
you said in your course it was not requirement, it was not mandatory.
Yes,
So
sir.
is this true for every course in NUS? If you can tell us about that? No.
No, sir. Actually, I applied for 3 courses at NUS actually. One was business analytics,
Mm,
one was AI specialization, and one was this general track.
mm,
So for that business analytics one, the cutoff was 320 for the GRE, and TOEFL score was 100. I would say, yeah, it was 100 if I remember to be precise. But
mm,
320, I'm sure, like 320 for GRE was there,
mm,
and TOEFL was 100. So other courses had like, if I would say, the business analytics one had the cutoff, but the specialization one for the Master of Computing AI specialization or other specializations and Master of Computing general track, they did not mention any particular cutoff.
mm. Okay. And Param, now coming to expenditure part. So
Yes,
I
sir.
want you to elaborate us, give your detailed view on what was the expenditure part involved. Like starting from applying, as you said, you applied in 3 places, so 3 courses in this. So per course, like if you applied per course, then what was it costing you, and then total expenditure like fees, and maybe you must have done some kind of calculation now, like the moment you reach there for 2 years this is going to be the cost, and what opportunities do you get there for scholarship, or to minimize this particular cost element, so that particular part you please tell us now.
Yes, sir. So cost is basically the for my course, the cost is around 64,200 Singapore dollars, which if you
60
convert,
rupees
yeah,
Singapore is
64, around about 60 rupees. So if you convert, that is around 39 lakhs,
okay.
39 lakhs. And then if you see the living cost, that is I roughly calculated as like $700 per month.
Mm,
So which costed me around like I would say if I calculated for the entire course, it was around 7 to 8 lakhs. And like other expenses, I would say like my grocery or food, I would say like food, it was $15 a day I calculated. And then it costed me around 6 to 7 lakhs. So but if you're talking about scholarship, my course did not have any scholarship. So that was like I would say a drawback, or you would say like that is a
mm,
little bit point there. Like this course did not have any scholarship, or I could not have. Earlier they used to have
mm,
until an year back or 2 years back, where you had to like the Singapore government used to give subsidy, or Singapore government used to help you in the tuition fee, provided that you used to work for the government for 3 years.
okay.
Like a bond kind of thing was there. But yeah, for this course now currently did not have any scholarship. So I had to take a loan of around 50 lakhs.
Okay.
So roughly, which I calculated, so roundabout costs, how I'm going to manage it is like after my course, and I asked my seniors how much, like what's the average package that goes there, or like how they kind of manage. So there are many opportunities that are available. You can do part-time work there, which gives you around like the work that is available is one is like live in the library. So it gives you around $12 per hour. So that is kind of, you can basically take out your food expenses, I would say, during in that money. Other than that, there are some part-time internships also available. So basically, you are just allowed to work for 16 hours
mm,
a week, not because you go on a student pass. So you're not allowed to work more than 16 hours a week there.
mm,
So you can, if you get an internship there, so that will be the like the best thing. Like I did not get till now, but yeah, that's the best thing that it will give you around $1,200.
mm,
So your entire expenses of food, your living, it can come out of that $1,200 per month. So
mm,
that is like kind of the best thing.
mm,
And uh, the uh, the job, I would say, after that, what my seniors have suggested is like it's around $4,000 to $6,000 per month, the average package that goes. So roughly, which I calculated, the if I have to repay the loan also,
mm, mm,
if I take out like $2,000 also per month, Singapore dollars. So around about 3 years it would take me to like repay the loan. Yeah. So if it's like it's and this job is it's totally on you. Like yeah, you work hard and you crack the better companies, so you can get even more. Like I would say like 4,000 is what they are saying in a minimum way. So even if you take out 2,000 out of that, so roundabout will take 3 years to repay the loan. This is what I have like calculated and like what I currently
okay.
thought.
So, Param, on the basis of what you told me, I have couple of queries here. Number one,
Yeah.
you talked about this internship.
Yes, sir.
First, your course is 1 year or 2 years course?
Sir, the period is not fixed actually. It's like you have to do this because the modules that you take up there every semester, you have a minimum load and a maximum load. So it's a flexibility between 1.5 years to 3 years. My
Okay.
course is 1.5 years to 3 years. You have to complete during that period. So minimum it is 1.5 years, of course.
Mm, okay. So now coming to this, like you said, internship. What is this internship? During your masters, you can join this internship, and if yes, whether it is inside the campus or it is outside somewhere. What is this? Because what concept we have about an internship is like after academic year, there are some months, 2 3 months when students go summer holidays in India and summer's internship they go. So
Yeah.
what is the concept of internship there in this particular course?
Sir, one concept of internship is a credit bearing internship, which is compulsory, like which is there in our course that I told you. It's like two ways. One is like you can take the internal project
Mm,
under a professor if you want to go in a research field,
mm,
or you can do an internship which you have to crack eventually. And there is a portal, that NUS Talent Connect portal. So the companies, basically the latest companies or the startups, come there and they hire, and you have to follow their process basically.
mm,
Like there's going to be a test and interview that you have to go through, and then you have to crack that for that internship. That is for that period of May to September, which is kind of credit bearing.
okay.
Other than that, is it's totally open up to you, like and the company as well. So like there are a couple of startups that are coming up in Singapore, or there are many other startups that want to hire only part-time students, or like they want to hire only on a part-time basis, where they also know like you are on a student pass, and you are only allowed to work for 2 days a week,
Mm,
like basically 16 hours a week.
mm,
So if they agree and you agree, and then you can work actually,
mm,
because 16 hours you are already allowed, and then institute, there is no interfering of institute there.
mm,
It's like totally independent, that you are earning plus you are managing your modules and workload.
mm,
So it's like totally up to you, and that is like if the company agrees and you agree, and then like you can obviously go for that as well.
mm. Okay, Param. Now, second question is you talked about job after your course. You said 4,000 to 6,000 is starting in Singapore. So
Yes,
that
sir.
includes a tax is to be deducted from that, or that is after tax only. This is 4,000 to you only.
This is, sir, before tax, I would say.
Okay, and then tax
Yes.
will be taken from that, right?
Yes, sir.
Mm. And how much is the expenditure like in Singapore? $1,500 is sufficient for someone to live and meet his all expenditures.
Yeah, per month, I would say it is maximum. I would say if you're living very lavishly, it goes to like maximum 2,000. But if you are a student and you are I think 15,000 is more than sufficient for per month if you have to say, because rent,
1,500.
yeah, $1,500 Singapore dollars. It's
Mm-hmm.
like 700 to 800 you will pay for rent basically. Then if you calculate for food also, $15 a day. So 15 into 3, $450 a month basically. So round about it will be 1100, and then your grocery is $30 a week. 30 into 4, 120 there. So one some 1300 there, and so it's and uh, if you take in a nearby proximity, so round about $2 for transport, because their transport is quite cheap. Public transport is very cheap there. So round about $2 per month, $2 per day. So $60. So I think $1,500 is sufficient for a
Okay.
student
And
to save.
Param, now coming to this particular part, like 50 lakh approximately, you said you took a loan of 50 lakh, 50.
Yes, sir.
Students are not at all aware about how the loan is taken. Now,
Yes,
there are
sir.
two things which actually I want to ask you. Number one, whenever loan is taken, either it can be taken from private bank or from public sector bank. These
Okay,
two
sir.
things. So I want you to tell us about the difference between these two also. And the second is like when loan is taken, then you need to tell bank something. Bank also wants some kind of documents from you as a risk document or something like that. So
Yes, sir.
what a mortgage is to be done, what is to be done, that particular phenomena. So what is the process of taking loan from the bank, and how easy or difficult it is, and if some student is not having his background is very humble background, let's say parental background is very humble, still he
Yes,
wants to pursue from some good universities abroad. So what is the methodology for these kind of things? Yeah.
sir, I would say like in this particular question that you have asked, actually, my father is working in a bank actually. He
Okay.
works in Punjab National Bank. So
Okay.
everything that the loan and everything was managed totally by him. But whatever I know, the facts that I'll
Yes.
completely keep it up to you.
Yes.
And that is like uh, the background check is there. All the documents that you have submitted to the university, your GRE score, your TOEFL score, and all the SOPs, and plus the bank statements of your parents, your mother, and all the documents that you have basically collectively submitted at the institute. It's the same that you have to submit to the bank as well.
Okay.
So all the documents all together were submitted. Plus, they also verify. Like I received a call, even though like my father is working there, but yeah, still like they cross check everything. Like basically, they go through the website, and they cross check what is the tuition fee, and they validate some of the facts from like what is they asked me, like some GRE score and my TOEFL score, and some related to my profile as well.
Mhm.
Like received a call basically from them, so they cross check everything. You mention what all basically money you are requiring there, like that is the tuition fee, the books or the study that you will require there, plus the rent that you are going to stay there, you mention that.
Mhm.
And there are other columns that are available. There is like your travel ticket also they sponsor
Mhm.
one time, like when you go first time.
Mhm.
So these are the things which you mentioned there, and collectively that amount sums up to like, then only they allow that particular loan to be taken.
Mhm.
And plus it's like I would say like my for this loan, by basically we have kept like our home also like for the, like I would say, for this lease and everything, like,
Mhm.
so it is like these are the facts that are related to the. And after the verification, like there is something like if you're going for a top institute, or like going for a really good institute, the amount of interest that they charge you for repaying is the minimum. And I think the minimum is like around 7%, 7.9%, I think. And that is the minimum
So
particularly
when do
for
you,
if
when
you.
are you supposed to return it? After you get a job, or till you get a job? At what time it starts?
It starts once you start earning there, like after you once you get a job basically.
So suppose you don't get job for 1 year. I'm giving a hypothetical case.
Yes,
Suppose
yes,
you graduated, but you have not got a job till 1 year.
yes.
So bank will wait. for that?
I think I'm particularly not sure
Not
about this,
clear
sir.
about this. Okay.
Yeah, this I'll maybe get back to you, but
So,
yeah,
Param,
currently not sure.
yeah, I want to ask you this question also. Maybe if you have knowledge, you can answer me.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
like, what do you think are the credentials? Though you told everything that they want to see the, letter from the university. Also, once you get acceptance letter, then you go there. So they may be checking the university level also. I mean, what ranking of the university is there.
Yes,
So,
sir.
what are the criteria for bank to give you loan? Is it like the property which you are keeping with them as a safety or something? That is a criteria. It's value evaluation, or is it that this boy is getting very good opportunity, or his background is like this? So, what are the credentials which really help you to get the bank loan? What do you think they consider?
Sir, I think it is a mix of everything, sir. I would say. But that I told you a percent, that 7.9%. Basically, it can be higher also. It's like because it's not a top institute that you're going to.
Mm,
And I think that the house that you have kept, that is also important because they know like there is something that, if you're not earning
mm.
or if you're not getting, so like
Bank has
they'll
something. Mm,
there's something to like get back, like if you are not able to earn there.
mm.
And plus the interest also that they are charging is like it depends on the institute you are going, like so base on the basis of that they charge the interest basically.
ओके.
So it's
सो मतलब अगर कोई बच्चे को अच्छे यूनिवर्सिटी में सिलेक्शन होता है,
हाँ जी.
तो आपका केस अलग था कि मे बी फादर वाज हेल्पिंग यू आउट इन दिस एंड ही वाज नोइंग द सिचुएशन. बट
Yes, sir.
अगर सपोज वो वैसे ही जाता है बैंक में, ही गोज टू द बैंक एंड सेज ओके दिस इज द सिलेक्शन आई गॉट, नो आई नीड
Yes,
अ
sir.
लोन. So they will explain him everything that okay, you do these documents you provide, and then we provide you the loan, something like that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so that is how that means. I think it can be done, and as you said, it may take 3 years for you to return entire your loan. Uh,
Yeah, roughly.
so that's it. And now one more thing, Param, like you will be doing this course, which is a highly sought after course. I mean, very good course, high in demand. So as of now, is there anything in your mind that after you complete it, we are gonna do job in Singapore only, or if you get multinational opportunities, some another country opportunities, you are going to go there? Is there anything in your mind as of now for this?
Sir, as of now, I would say I would be looking for a job in a good company and specifically to a profile that I basically want. And then I would considering this fact of country. Like if I get in a different country also, that would be like it will be fine for me. Like I would say, because I am basically looking where I'll be able to earn and like kind of repay my loan in that, and basically the kind of profile that I get. So this is kind of going to be a trade-off, I would say. Basically, I'm currently thinking that.
Okay, wonderful. So, Param, now I think we have discussed almost everything which I want to extract from you. And I must say, you have given everything in a very, very detailed manner. So, students will get a lot of information and idea about this particular course. Not only this course, but you also mentioned about some another courses, their requirements, their GRE TOEFL requirements. Now, at the end, if you have through this entire process, whatever you learned, if
Yes, sir.
one more question before then that is popped up my mind is like, is job experience mandatory for this kind of things, or does it help? Or if somebody is a fresher, no job experience, can also think of getting this opportunity there?
Sir, if they have like no job experience in particular, they can still apply. But if they have a basically very good bachelor's, I would say
Okay.
there are people or there are other students, fellow students who have come there. Like I would say in specializations, not only I would say in general track, but like in specializations, they have got the opportunity, irrespective of they have their work experience or not. It's
Okay.
basically because they have a very high CGPA
Mm.
and like decent score of GRE and TOEFL, and like so that CGPA has also helped them like above 9, or they
Okay.
had some 9.5 around. So that has basically helped them to get into like that course. But other than that, if I have to say, like if you're going uh, for that particular field, is experience plays a very important role. Like
Mm. Okay. Okay, now Param, at the end, any message you want to give to students who must be listening to you?
Okay. So
Anything
I
you want to
just
give, piece of advice?
okay. So I just want to say that it's like I currently understand the mentality of all the students, and I have been through that phase also, where there is so much like, like you have to do this and that and manage everything. I just want to say that just believe in yourself. It's like very important, and have faith and confidence on yourself. And it's very important to focus, first of all, on the particular thing that you're doing, and take that one thing at a time. That is very important, because and there are going to be times like, you follow the process,
Mm,
you follow everything, but the results are not going to be desired. Like
mm,
in my case, like I was preparing for an exam in India, basically, for the after leaving my job. So but I did not get that, but I got a better opportunity, at a better institute. So it's like it's very important to follow the process, and it's very important and it will help you to learn about yourself and also other things as well. And that will eventually help you to get into somewhere or some good institute or good, I would say, job or anything that you want to achieve. Like I would say, this is
wonderful.
basically, I would want to say that it's very important to focus on one thing at a time.
That's true. So your message to students is that have belief, identify
Yeah.
what you want, one thing, and focus on that, and keep moving, and just have belief, you will get it. Right, Param?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Chalo, Param. Then let me thank you once again. The very first day of 2023. This is
Yes,
how
sir.
my starting is. So wonderful interaction with you.
Yes, sir.
So I'm sure this entire year I'll be interacting with so many wonderful people like you and get a lot of information to share with the student community. I wish
Yes.
you all the very best, Param, for your career ahead. God bless you and thanks a lot for your time once again.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for having me, and hope the students find this session very useful. Thank you, sir.
I'm sure. Thank you.